oddly, he looks great in it.
Yeah, he works it.
Yeah, he really works it. He looks really handsome in it. And I thought, God, I never thought someone could pull off a priest outfit, but he really owns it.
You're saying it's priests that are after us.
These guns aren't going to shoot themselves.
Deadly gangster priest, yeah.
So, Olivia, how are you? And are you very used to doing this all over the internet now? Is it normal? The new normal?
It feels sort of normalised in a weird way. Like, this is my first junket. And, it's nice that I'm here in like literally a jumper and my, like a version of a pyjama bottom. And I'm not being fussed over with like hair and makeup and stuff. And I've got my own tea and my kitchen's right there. But God, it would be nice to have a day out.
Yeah, as much as hair and makeup's annoying, it's quite nice to have someone to do it for you, isn't it? It's definitely.
It is, but also like the 2 hours that you have to get up in order to have it done, rather than the 15 minutes before I'll put some mascara on, is quite nice.
Yeah, it's a very different scenario.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your new film, Pixie. I watched it the other night and I absolutely loved it. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it was not what I expected. Can you kind of explain to me a bit about the plot? Because there's so much going on in this film.
Okay, so basically it's about a woman trying to avenge her mother, but you don't really understand why. And she brings along two hapless local lads for the ride. And also she's touting a bag of large amounts of MDMA that she's trying to sell.
Yeah, that's good. That's succinct.
Gangster priest as well.
I interviewed the lovely Ben Hardy earlier and I was like, this film's insane. I don't know how to explain it. And he didn't either. So you've just done it really simply. That was amazing.
Okay, good. Great. Because like, you've had a log line for it. Sometimes you're like, I don't know, is this going to sound really terrible and boring?
So when you heard about the film and you read the script, was it something that drew you in straight away? Were you really excited to be part of it?
Yeah, I just thought it was hysterical. I really did. And I thought, oh God, if it's as fun on the page, like I can only imagine how fun it would be to film. And luckily it was, because you hear sometimes stories about having to shoot a comedy and it's actually quite a serious set because you're really trying to make the jokes land, and either we didn't make the jokes land and we didn't care and we just had a good time, or it was all cohesive, and I hope it's the latter.
Yeah, absolutely. Were there any scenes that were difficult to film? Because as you said, it is so funny and there are moments where you might have had to hold back a few giggles.
Oh God, there's so many. I'm usually quite good, but I was really terrible on this job. I just lost it quite a lot. I was a bit naughty of me, where I was either not focused or just so wrapped in these performances that I just found it hysterical. Dylan Moran did one day and he changed up the entire dialogue and just started ad-libbing, and I just lost the plot. And, once you've lost it, it's really hard to get it back, much to the annoyance of the director.
You got a sense of humor, I like that.
She is quite something, that she is.
Tell me about doing the Irish accent as well, because obviously we've seen you do accents in the past. A lot of people seem to think you genuinely are American as well, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
So what was it like doing an Irish accent for a change?
Terrifying. Because I'm a bit of a stickler for accents, and so if there's an actor doing a specific northern accent and it's more generalized, it annoys me. So I didn't want to be the Irish equivalent of that, and so luckily we had a dialect coach, Ben and I, called Nick Trumbull, who was great and very specific, but still it's so nerve-wracking because you then Google like top 10 worst Irish accents and you then like, oh well, I could very much be on this list. And I want to be let back into Ireland because it's a beautiful country. So yeah, God, I hope it's okay. But if not, like, I tried so hard.
You did great. They're definitely not going to ban you from the country. I hope not.
Not to, yeah.
Tell me what it was like filming over there as well, because Ben said it was pretty cold. You had some tough conditions to endure.
Ben, I've never seen someone deal with a little bit of like temperature dip like he has. It was August and September. It wasn't bad. It was fine. I mean, it was a bit overcast and maybe not as warm as it could have been, but it was fine. We were out in the elements on a few occasions where we were on the top of like a mountain, filming a scene, and Ben didn't handle it well at all. But it's Ireland, it's its own kind of like microclimate. You're, 1 minute it's lashing it down with rain or hail, and then the next it's glorious sunshine. So you kind of have to be flexible.
Yeah, prepared for anything. But it's worth it for those like stunning views, because there's some amazing shots. Talk to me about this scene towards the end of the film where it gets a little bit crazy. Did you ever think in your career that you'd be in a church in the middle of a gunfight with Alec Baldwin dressed as a priest? Like, if someone said that to you 5 years ago, you must have thought they would be insane, right?
Yeah, I would have been like, well, is it a spoof? Is it for Comedy Central? But yeah, no, mad. And also the film is quite mental, and so when that was actually happening, and that was a bit towards the end, it kind of felt right in a weird way.
Yeah,
as it was.
Did it feel quite strange doing this action sequence in a church, because you're sort of like ducking and diving between the pews trying to avoid bullets and things flying at you?
Yeah, a little bit, and a bit of old Sunday school guilt crept over me, being like, if there is a God, like, am I going to get punished for this?
What was your reaction as well when you first saw Alec Baldwin in the outfit? Because as soon as he appeared on screen, I just burst out laughing, because that didn't seem like something that should happen, but it does.
Yeah, and oddly, he looks great in it.
Yeah, he works it.
Yeah, he really works it. He looks really handsome in it. And I thought, God, I never thought someone could pull off a priest outfit, but he really owns it. Yeah, he fills it out really nicely.
The Lord will have his vengeance.
My last question for you is just really, what's next? Because you've done so much in your career. Like, I mean, you must have to pinch yourself sometimes thinking you've been in a Steven Spielberg film and stuff like that. Is there anything that you're hoping to do next, or any other genres that you want to explore?
Oh, God, I don't know. Like, I've not worked in a year since Pixie, and I'm just like, just want to work now, and I don't even know if I can do it anymore. So at this point, like, I think I was quite picky in the past, but now I'm just like, whatever, like, get me on a Channel 5 reenactment,
Yeah, take me back, anyone. Oh, well, congratulations on the film. I really, really enjoyed it. So I hope everyone else does as well. Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you, Emma.